Just over a year and a half ago, I bought this house for 15,000 euros. In this video, I'm going to be giving you a tour of the progress with a few flashbacks and showing you the secret tunnel under the house. Let's get right into it. Warmest of welcomes here in rural France. And you join me at the back of my car. I'm actually at the convent. That's right, I'm at my friend's convent right now. And I just wanted to show you a few things that I bought the other day for the electrician. Okay, check it out. So we've got some things in here, some things in there. And underneath that is some more of this, what do you call this, ducting for the cables to go in. I have no idea about electrics. The electrician sent me exactly what I should get and I bought it ready for him to use. Now, of course, my Sparky could have bought this himself and then brought it to the house, but I just thought I'd make his job a little bit easier and get it for him because the hardware supply store, well, I was passing it anyway, so may as well just buy it. In fact, I didn't even go in there to buy this. I ordered this from the hardware store and they have like a pickup point. So, you know, like click and collect in the UK, and that's what I did. So I thought it was really interesting to do that. So that's going to be at the house, stored ready for when the electrics go in, which I am, of course, extremely excited about, and can't wait for that to happen. It's quite bright, isn't it? So anyway, without further ado, crikey, very sunny today. We're going to the house. So here we are in the living room of the 15 grand house that we're renovating here in rural France. So what I want to do today is give you a bit of a tour to showcase the progress on a global scale, as well as showing you and discussing with you a few plans for the future. So if that sounds good, stay tuned. Let's get this done. Starting, of course, in the living room. Here in the corner, we've got some stuff that needs to go to the dump. We're going to take that there shortly. And then you can see we've got plenty of tomates. And I'll tell you where I'm going to reuse them in a moment. But moving round, here we've got the electrical stuff that I've just purchased recently for the electrician, of course. These doors, we're not keeping the doors. They're rickety, they're old, they need to go. Offcuts of wood and stuff, sometimes they come in handy, but we're going to get rid of them as well. And we still have some of the metal railings left for the stub work left, but we need to buy more of a specific size. And then moving into the kitchen, the future kitchen. This is a bit of a dumping ground at the moment because of course we are limited on space, but this eventually will be done. And then I think underneath here you've got some beautiful tomates, the original terracotta tiles that you saw by the entrance of the house, but I'm not sure if it's the whole floor. I think it is actually. Now, if there is actually terracotta tiles that are in good condition underneath the concrete here in the kitchen, because there's a thin layer of concrete, then the best bet would be to try and chisel off that concrete and then see if the floor, the terracotta tiles are in good condition, because if it can be kept, then it might be worth keeping. This room here, this is going to be the future utility room, and in fact this is a little extension of the house, just on one level. Yeah, what more can I say? Here's a trapdoor going down into the basement, very dodgy indeed. Here you can see it had terracotta tiles as well, and there's a layer of concrete on top, but unfortunately the terracotta tiles are no longer in very good condition at all. So yeah, we're gonna have to do something with this floor. There's another door to go to the tip, and then a little peek at the lovely toilet that was already here. And it was already dirty, trust me. So yeah, very nice. You can see the roof there as it's on one level. And then back through the kitchen, back into the wonderful living room. You get a better idea of it from this angle. The ceiling, yeah, that's all done, looking beautiful. And I do want to mention these little tiles here. I am going to be getting rid of these and putting something nice and more visually appealing in place. Now moving on, going up the stairs. So the first part is concrete, but we do have the original wooden banister. And the work is looking fantastic. Here we go, the first floor, which will be the first bedroom. It's looking great. The progress is amazing. Here we are. That's just being done. Looking beautiful, very happy with that. That's all studded in there as well, studded out, ready to put the insulation in. We are actually missing some metal rails, so I need to buy more of those. And then from the first floor to the second floor will be, is wooden stairs, I should say, but there will be a wall, of course, there, if you know what I mean, and a door. And going up to the second floor now, again, it's a far cry of what it used to be. It's looking simply sublime, I must say. It's all studded out, and I'm super happy with how this has turned out. We'll just put a little lip for each level change, which is not a problem at all. And in here, we're not going to keep this cavity here, but we are going to keep this cavity for extra storage. It just makes, yeah, it just makes life a little bit easier. I don't think it was necessary to keep that one. Yeah, I mean, what can you say? It's looking good, looking lovely. I'm very happy with the progress. Now you might be wondering, Ryan, what are you going to be doing with the grenier, the attic space? Well, let me take you up there and we'll have a quick little chat about that as well. Okay, so here we are. This is the attic space now. Basically everything's been removed and the original joists are still in place. And what I'm gonna do is keep these original joists because I've walked on them countless times and they are solid. They are nice and in place. The roof's looking quite nice as well, by the way. That's good to know, it's fantastic. But yeah, they're solid. That one could do with a little bit of TLC, obviously, rotten as a pair, but all of the others are in fantastic condition for what they are. Now, I know you might be thinking, well, Ryan, why don't you just replace these joists? The thing is, I'm a bit more dubious of replacing joists that are up here near the roof and near the top of the house. They do look in good condition. They are solid for the most part. And yeah, I just don't think it's necessary. I think it's a little bit overkill to replace these ones, considering the fact that in the wall at the back, where on the other floors they were more rotten, they're actually not rotten at all. They're super solid. So, you know, there's no point in changing something that doesn't actually need changing, that's still doing its job and doing it well at that. So that's why we're not going to change these joists. Hope that makes sense. And going back to this one, you might be wondering, well, Ryan, why did this one get so rotten then? And I can only surmise that there was a leak at some point there, water coming in somehow, which leaked on this over the course of many, many years. And that rotten one there was actually the joist that was in the fire as well. In any case, it's not a major issue. But what I will be doing here with the grenier, originally I did say that I wanted to have it as like an office or usable space. What I think I'm going to do for now is just leave it as is. There's nothing wrong with the grenier. I'm just going to insulate, have the top insulated between the beams, and then that's it. And just make sure that the two bedrooms on floor number 1 and floor number 2 are very well insulated. And yeah, to be honest, instead of the grenier, the attic, there's somewhere else that I would rather focus on once the main core of the house has been renovated, and that is the basement. We're going to go there in just a second. There's one more thing I want to mention, and that is the windows. Now, there's been a lot of talk about these windows. The condition of them is absolutely terrible, but my good mate, he says that you can restore them, not a problem, and they will be just fine. And because the house is so well insulated, or it's going to be at least, it isn't right now, is it? And the rooms are not absolutely huge. It's not going to be a colossal loss when it comes to heat evacuation, because they are just single glazed, whatever you call them. Yeah, so there you go. I know they're in bad condition, but let's try and restore them so that we can at least keep the original windows, because they've replaced the original windows on the ground floor with PVC ones. And it's just not the same, is it? So we shall see. Actually, you know what? I'm just looking at this window quite closely, and this is definitely not the original window. The condition of it is quite good. And I think it was definitely replaced. I mean, that's not original. This was definitely replaced at some point. Of course it was. And this is more likely to be an original window. And the condition, of course, is just absolutely terrible. That's at the worst spot there. But nothing a bit of TLC can't fix. At least that's what I hope. So plenty of varying opinions with regards to the windows. Some people say you should change them. Some people say keep the ones that are in place. Just fix them up. You know, we've got sustainability and renewability in mind, as opposed to just throwing out the old and replacing it with new. Same thing that we're doing with the terracotta tiles there, keeping as many as we can. Which brings me to the basement. Let's head on down. So here we are down in the basement now. And here, right there, that, excuse me, is the way to get in. The only way to get in fact. That's how I access the basement. There's no stairs at the minute, just a dodgy ladder. So there's a little section here. Let me just show you that. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. There we go, the water from the mains. And then let's switch this around for the pièce de résistance. Oh yes. Here we have the arched tunnel. And what's amazing about this tunnel is that it takes us all the way to Notre Dame, the cathedral in Paris that burned down not too long ago. That's not true. This tunnel leads into that little, what do you call it, extension of the house where the toilet currently is in the future utility room. That's where this goes. And originally it was probably some kind of coal chute. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, not a bad tunnel. Let's have a little look down it a bit more. There's the beautiful arch there. That's the entrance of the tunnel, and it slowly tapers upwards to the little extension. And although my knee-jerk reaction is to kneel down when I'm in a basement, this one actually, I've still got a little bit of headroom, which makes it perfect for a kind of another room, for example, a workshop, a little YouTube studio, or something like that. But that is definitely the pièce de résistance, the tunnel. That marks the end of today's video. Hope you enjoyed this little tour slash status update. It really is great to see ya, and it's great to see the progress going on in the 15 grand house that we're renovating in rural France. So until next time, bye for now.